the Entrepreneurship Lab, the Adams Apprenticeship, it's hard to put into words how valuable they've been to my growth, to my success, to really everything, to what I've been lately. I guess to bring it down to three main takeaways I've had, the first would be the network of peers, my classmates. And I guess calling them classmates honestly feels like a disservice to me because they're really my peer entrepreneurs. I've never seen so many other like-minded people like me and like all of us that are really doing things, like doing real things now with our lives with the intent to make them better, to make the world a better place, but actually taking that action today. And I feel like that's pretty rare to find with any age group of people, especially my age. Second, the network of entrepreneurs that aren't just coming and speaking and sharing so much with us, but are so open to one-on-one communication and mentoring. Incredible, obviously an invaluable resource. And then lastly, just us learning the good stuff. Like we're learning real world concepts, strategies, and like roadmaps that are actually usable, and then seeing how real world entrepreneurs are applying them in their own companies, which is just incredible to learn and be a part of. So I guess first touching on the network of my peer entrepreneurs is I want to talk about an anecdote. One day with Nick, and he was talking in class about how he honestly kind of felt guilty and just bad about the friend group that he's been with for so long in his life, and they just wanted him to hang out with them more and for him to be around and just chill. But Nick and so many other of my peers in the class are doing so many awesome things, and he was feeling guilty because he was so busy with all of this and that they weren't doing the same things he was. And I don't think that you or Nick or I should ever feel guilty or bad about being successful or working your butt off to be successful. And it's all about who you can surround yourself with. And with the Entrepreneurship Lab and the Adams Apprenticeship, it's genuinely the first time in my life that I've felt surrounded by people like-minded that were doing what I want to do with my life and make the world a better place today. So that's incredible. Second, moving into the network of entrepreneurs, I've just never seen before such a large amount of entrepreneurs coming in and so willing to just completely open up, be vulnerable, talk about their actual problems, the struggles, even the victories that their actual companies are going through today and their past, and the really deep stuff that just typically you don't see people that willing to dive into, especially with groups of students our age. And the environment that you guys have set up with the Entrepreneurship Lab and Adams Apprenticeship is truly unique in that way. Building on that, it coincides just perfectly with the building of my mentor board with the Adams Apprenticeship. And just at my age, just being able to work with CEOs, growth executives, funders, just real world successful people, and I'm casually like emailing with them now and grabbing coffee and lunches like every month. Like to be able to do that at 20 is such like a blessing for me and for my growth and my projection. I just feel like has been accelerated on a path that I've been granted access to with these networks that most kids my age don't have the opportunity to get. So very grateful for that. And then lastly, we're just learning the good stuff. We're learning real, tangible skills, frameworks, and applicable concepts that I can use for my ventures and that I can create with my peer entrepreneurs in our ventures and see how the lessons learned from actual entrepreneurs in the class. And I've had a lot of contact in the past with the Rockefeller Habits, which was the book I dove the deepest into and was my Grand Challenges team's novel. And I've had experience with that with my parents' companies. They structure a lot of their systems around what Vern Harnish preaches in the book. And so being able to even go deeper in an analysis with my team, with my Grand Challenges team for a presentation was awesome. And then to top it off, as a culmination with our presentation, I've been a Special Olympics swim coach my whole life, moving into now coaching sales teams and training them. I've just always been a teacher, and it's one of my passions that honestly this network has helped me find that, or at least identify, like, this is what I love to do, is teach people. So for my learning experience, that culminating into a presentation where I can share with all my peer entrepreneurs what I've learned from the book is perfect. That's really perfect for me. So that was a great way for me to learn. Then lastly, I'm currently building a sales division for an environmentally conscious pest control company. And not only are we learning awesome stuff in the class, but like I'm literally using the one-page strategic document that Vern Harnish talks about in the book, and I'm using that for the culture of my teams, our goals, our training, my recruiting for them, and just applying it, and it works great. And not only with my professional life, but I'm also I've created a one-page strategic plan for my personal life. So with my health, with my relationships, whether it's love or family, whether it's finances, whether it's my spirituality and my diet, it's all been aggregated in my long-time goals, and it's all just like, running my life like a business, and honestly a lot of ways can be very helpful and has helped me a lot. So that's just been incredible, and the application of this when I'm talking, like, to my personal life and to my professional life, when I'm talking to potential mentors, that just blows them away because it's stuff that they know and they use as well. And I'll quickly even mention Brett Nickel is one of the founding starters of the Adams Apprenticeship, and I've bonded and really grown close to him literally about this concept that we learned in Entrepreneurship Lab, mainly because the project he's working on right now is a 3-year strategic plan for the company he's working with. So just really cool, applicable stuff that I'm able to really create new conversations with successful entrepreneurs already. And just to tie it all together, the one thing that I've learned from all the interviews I've had this year in the Adams Apprenticeship and in Entrepreneurship Lab, and the one thing I've really applied to my life since then has been gratitude. And I've just, actually our speaker tonight, because I'm filming this after our last class, her and I spoke for about 25 minutes after class all about gratitude, and just it's the deepest, most meaningful thing that I've been able to apply that's gotten me through the struggle that we see, and through everything else. If you can just be grateful for what you do have, that'll get you through the worst of times, because what I've found is as long as you have this, right? So if you have all the inner workings mentally, emotionally, physically, and you can just be grateful and be centered and grounded in gratitude, then you're going to be able to take your businesses to a whole another level, your ventures, and everything else in your life. So I just want to take this opportunity to just say thank you, because I'm immensely grateful for the opportunity that you guys have set up for us, and anything that I can do to help you guys in the future, I'm